Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at some of these coins, and a coin we've not looked at, I can't think we've ever looked at it actually, is Ethereum Classic. Now, you know, when Bitcoin's moving like it is, and it's doing what it's doing to the dominance chart, it might not be, I suppose, in most people's range of imagination to be trading altcoins, but for me personally, you know, this is a chart to be traded. We've bounced, we hedged. Now I think it's time to start for me anyway, to start scaling back into altcoins, especially at this level. I made a video yesterday about how I feel as though this big move yesterday by Elon is actually good for the industry as a whole. So clearly it's good for Bitcoin. I think actually for the industry as a whole, I think it's been given a big endorsement, the royal seal of approval, and so I'm actually quite interested in looking at some altcoins, as I am usually. So let's have a look at what's going on with this chart then. This is the Ethereum Classic chart on the daily. So actually looking at this chart here, it's actually really good. It's actually really good. It might be at a level, perhaps, maybe no entry point right now. And again, you know, if you want to join my Patreon, we can talk about these on the live stream tonight. You know, live streams Tuesdays and Fridays, and bring your charts. We'll have a look at them. So this one, I wish I'd looked at it a few days back, because what we saw here is we saw that first initial big move up, right? Golden cross divergences, that's good, coming down to test these zones. Almost a giant, oh no, look at the state of that, massive big move up and a giant dump back down into the golden cross, 38% retracement. Talk about a standard dumpage back into the golden cross. That's usually what you're expected to see, and we kind of pretty much got that, testing the green 50. Now what we're looking at at this point now is, I suppose, a consolidation from this zone, almost a recovery. It's clearly very volatile. Can't really explain why it did that, to be honest. And in that respect, it makes it slightly more dangerous than your average altcoin, which is always going to be dangerous. But what we're looking at here on as far as the indicators are concerned, conversion baseline cross above the cloud here, and if we were to match that with the price action that took place around that time, 26 periods behind, it's not perfect. We were moving through this anomaly wick, but because this is such a savage and severe move, I'm actually willing to count this as a third confirmation. I know I shouldn't, but I am going to, because this is savage, and like I say, I can't really explain what actually happened there, but yeah, that's not quite normal. So I'm willing to go with this as 3 levels of confirmation on the Ichimoku cloud, which to me would suggest a continued uptrend from this level until we get something to suggest that the uptrend is finished. So if we're starting an uptrend now, we have to think about what sort of targets we're looking at. So we've got the golden cross, we've got the divergence, we've got the Ichimoku cloud, we've got RSI looking very constructive, we've also got MACD constructive, money flow index looking constructive. It's all looking very constructive. So let's go to the weekly to see if there's any clues as to where our next levels are going to be. So clearly at the moment we're struggling to break this zone here, and that makes sense, because if you think about it, we've got this flat level over there, and we've got these resistances here. So we've got a flat zone here. This is weekly, remember, so pretty much for a few weeks did nothing before it dropped, and then when we spent 2 weeks around this level, another 2 weeks revisiting it. When we finally tried to make our way above it, we rejected from it here, launched from it here, closed above it here, closed, and there. So this is a significant zone for it here. This we'll call it roughly $9.60. $9.60, a closure above there on the weekly, should have a decent continuation of that move, and likely, you know, to its all-time high. So we're talking another 100% thereabouts, between 90 to 110% move, you know, thereafter. Now, if we have a look at this, these moving averages and oscillators on the weekly, we also see that we've got a conversion baseline cross beneath the cloud. It's not perfect, it's good, but we are making our way above the cloud at the moment, above all major moving averages also. Moving averages aren't in a perfect situation there, but as far as these other indicators concerned, the oscillators look good also. So, you know, these aren't signals, this isn't financial advice, but when it comes to looking at a token that's perhaps maybe underrated, with a relatively good setup in the short to medium term, this one could be one of those. Slow burner, but you know, yeah, with a very likely chance to achieve its previous all-time high, and then perhaps maybe beyond that. Maybe right on the back of Ethereum's coattails. I don't know, but I imagine it would probably receive some kind of influx of money, even if it were just from retail investors who look at this and go, "Oh, Ethereum, a cheap Ethereum, I'm in." Do you know what I mean? no offense to retail investors, I'm a retail investor, but there are new people coming into the market who probably do think like that. I know that I thought like that when I entered the market many years ago. I didn't really know a great deal about anything, and I looked at things based upon their price and I suppose their brand. So this has actually got the brand. It's also got the low price. It's also widely available for purchasing. So it stands to reason that it would have a lot of money flow into it just from that new money that really don't know essentially what actually is going on. But that aside, literally put all that aside, because that is technically nonsense, the chart itself looks pretty good to me. So what I'd suggest is, join my live stream tonight. We can talk about as many charts as you like. Usually run it for about 2 hours. Bring your chart to me. We'll have a look. There's lots and lots of setups here, and I know that the old Bitcoin dominance is moving up. But to be honest, I look at this as it's not super bearish, but it's relatively it has been bearish. So we are bouncing from it now, getting a rejection here from what I can see on the green 50 exponential moving average at the top of this Bollinger Band. So I think there are going to be some big moves take place with alts. I think there's going to be some really big moves take place with alts. So don't be fooled into thinking just because Bitcoin dominance is going up that altcoins can't rise. They certainly can rise. Not all of them will, some of them will, but this is a range to be played, and at the moment we are at what appears like a resistance for the dominance chart. So let the rotation complete. Fill your bags with some altcoins is my personal strategy at this moment now. We scaled into Bitcoin last week, now we're scaling back out of Bitcoin for at least the next couple of days, I would say, and we'll judge it step by step by step. One of those tokens that I do like the look of is Ethereum Classic, just based on what I've told you. These are the reasons this is the case that I'm putting forward for it. It has been an underperforming coin, I'm not going to lie, but what I'm seeing right now is a decent setup on a daily and even a weekly, and then we've got that psychological component to all those the influx of new money which is likely to start dripping into the system now that Elon Musk has given crypto his endorsement. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Hope to see you at the live stream as well, and take it easy.